Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to the House of Valentina. I'm so excited that you're here today because today we are going to be talking about the best kitchen trends ever. I am so pumped about where kitchen trends are moving right now. They're just so beautiful and they're just so refined and they're cozy and they're warm and they're inviting, and we just need to have a really good chat about what to expect with kitchen trends. Honestly, this really isn't like 2025. This is more like over the next 5-10 years, because kitchen trends do tend to be quite a bit longer. So don't worry, these trends really are something that you're gonna love investing your money into, and you're going to absolutely enjoy these kitchen trends for years to come. So make sure you are a subscriber. That way, when you hop onto YouTube, you will find us in your subscriptions, and so you will not miss out on all the upcoming videos. Also, make sure you check out our playlist. We have a lot of playlists: trends to avoid, trends to jump onto, decor mistakes, interior design, room tours. We've got it all. So you can definitely go have some fun binge watching once this video ends. But for now, let's set down the coffee and let's chat about these kitchen trends, because you're gonna love these. I have been saying this, and I'm like, I really want this one in my own kitchen. So we've been seeing that open shelving isn't totally gone, but people are definitely wanting to have a little bit more closed storage. And so the natural solution is to have some glass front cabinets. And I'm like, I've been saying that myself. I really think that the glass front cabinets are just absolutely beautiful. They're such a great solution for those of us who had open shelving. I just literally took mine down and put a picture up. Like, I just got so tired of everything being covered in dust, and it was just like, oh, it'll be here so I can grab it down every day. If you're not grabbing whatever it is on that open shelving every single day, it's gonna get dusty. So what we're seeing is that a combination, actually. We're not seeing just absolutely no open shelving, so don't panic and start taking yours down, especially if you like it. Don't do that. But you might find yourself suddenly craving some glass front cabinets, because it's a great solution. You still get to display pretty things, but it's behind glass so it doesn't get so dusty, and it's a little bit more practical. Overall, putting the glass front up will just give you just this feeling of, it actually just gives like a nice reflection, as well as adding just this feeling of sophistication. And if you do some interior lighting on that, and it just shines down like, oh, like little angels shining down right onto the things inside of your cabinet, it's just gonna be absolutely gorgeous. I mean, oh, I'm seriously thinking about doing that myself, because I'm like, this is a trend I want to get onto. Let me know what you guys think, if you've already got it, if you've had it, if you want it. I need to hear from you down in the comments to know what you guys are craving right now. Oh my goodness. I am like, I feel like it's people like me who did this and were like, yeah, upper cabinets. So I really do like the feeling of not having upper cabinets, to have like the openness of the kitchen. I do like that. And if you have a small space, not having upper cabinets can help make the space feel bigger. I know it definitely made ours feel a lot bigger, but I just miss them. You know, when we moved back from being overseas 9 years ago, this kitchen felt so huge. I didn't even know what I'd ever put into it, but honestly, I just really miss the upper cabinets. There, I said it. Even I, as a person who loves modern things and I'm a very experimental person, I'm like, let's try something new. You know, I'm like, woohoo, what are we trying this month? Even me, I'm like, I need more storage. I really like things in my kitchen. I love all the platters and the glassware and the plates and the gadgets. And I love having kitchen stuff. And so I'm currently storing in my laundry room rather than storing in my kitchen. And quite frankly, even if I had those upper cabinets, I'd probably still be storing in the laundry room, because I have stuff stored downstairs as well. So I personally think that the upper cabinets returning is super good news. Let me know what you think, because I think this could be a little controversial. You may not want to put cabinets up all over the kitchen. You might still want to have, again, like a combination of maybe some open shelving and then, you know, upper cabinets. Like a combination could be really good. That's what I'm kind of thinking, that maybe a combo is a good way of going. But either way, the good news is that if you didn't take yours down, you're back in style. And if you did take them down, all you have to do is just add some back in. So it may not be a total renovation on your kitchen. It may be something you can do pretty easily, and that is a relief to some of us. Oh my goodness. I'm freaking out over this. I love crown molding. I love traditional design. You can see my fireplace. I love it with a little bit of a modern twist, yes. But for some of us who were adamant about not removing our crown molding, we're not taking out the traditional elements in our home, I cannot even tell you how many people walked into my house, looked at my kitchen and my, like you can see here, like the paned windows and all this. Everyone's like, oh, you gotta get rid of all of that. And I'm like, but that's why I bought the house. It's what I liked. I like that East Coast feel. I like that kind of English cottage, that vibe, something really traditional. I love it. So the next thing coming back is crown molding in the kitchen. And I'm like, bring it on. I absolutely love it. So we've been seeing I've been seeing a lot of people doing cabinets that don't have any molding at the top. We've done more like a shaker style that was just a solid piece, right? That's been really in as well. But we are talking like ornate molding. I mean, I just absolutely love it. I feel like it just finishes that kitchen cabinet off so nicely. And it just feels so sophisticated and it feels timeless to me, and I just absolutely love it. But let me know what you guys think, because it's been gone for a while and a lot of people haven't been doing it, and I think it's a good sign. Let me know what you guys think. Solid surface backsplashes. We've been talking about this one for a while and we've been here for it. I feel like we have been saying this, I don't know, for like, 8 to 9 years. It's been a while, it's been a minute. We really like them. Even in traditional homes, they're still doing that solid surface backsplash. So if you have a tile backsplash, does that mean you need to go rip it out? Not if you like it. Don't ever do any trend if you are loving what you already have. The point of seeing these is to maybe get some ideas if you're thinking about making a change. So if you like what you already have, you don't have to rip it out. It's if you're looking for something where you find yourself a little dissatisfied, you're wanting to give it maybe a little fresh update, or you've got a gut coming up, you're doing a whole kitchen, right? It's good to know, right, what everyone's doing and decide whether it's for you. So can you still do a tiled backsplash? Absolutely yes. Is no one doing it? Of course, there are people doing tiled backsplashes in all different styles, whether you love a contemporary kitchen or all the way over to traditional and everything in between. There are still people doing tiled backsplashes. But the majority of people right now are doing a solid surface backsplash. And I think the reason why is because there's less cleaning involved. That's why I'm attracted to it. And I think that having that beautiful marble or a granite, like these, they're like pieces of art. And they really add just that really nice feeling to your kitchen. And so I think that's why they've become so popular and why so that's why I think so many of us love them. But I would love to hear from you guys. How do you feel about it? All right, next up is the hidden hood. And I feel like I'm like taking everything off of my kitchen that I have. And I'm like, I don't hate my kitchen. You don't have to hate your kitchen to really like something that's new or fresh or what's coming, okay? So don't do that to yourself, because then you can really fall into the trap. As you look at what's coming, you can start to hate what you have. And I think that's kind of cruel, because kitchens tend to be quite expensive. And so if you don't have any of these, but you like what you have, you gotta just let it rest and enjoy your home, enjoy your space, enjoy the memories, and don't let these things ever rob you of your joy. It's really important that you really just have fun and really create a gorgeous life in your space. If you're wanting to make some changes, you may want to think about a hidden hood. So basically, we're just trying to make the hoods disappear. I think people get really creative and they create, so basically we want them to be set up into whatever is covering them. So if you can, if you've got like the microwave over the stove, if you have the possibility, you could also retrofit that to where that's a hood that's underneath the cabinets. That's an option. You can also, if you've got one that's out, you've got one on the wall with the cabinets not around it, you could go crazy. You could do plaster, you could do something really simple, you could do something really ornate. I've seen them now, if you've got a tile backsplash where they're taking the tile right over it, I tend to not go for that one, but then I've seen it sometimes and I'm like, yeah, I really like that. Let me know what you guys think. But either way, hiding the hood is a big deal because the hood was always the most ornate centerpiece of the kitchen. And most designers will literally create the entire design for the kitchen around the hood. So if they're not designing it around the hood, what are they designing it around? Whoa, baby. What are they designing it around? They are designing it around le Cornue. Not just any range, okay? Wolf is nice and expensive. And there's a lot of other fancy hoods, or there's a lot of other fancy ranges out there, but the one that people are going the craziest over is the le Cornue. This is like, I've seen articles about how it's like the new Birkin. And I'm like, if you've seen the price, you know why they're saying it, because they are expensive. They are so expensive, but they really are beautiful. I look at them and I'm like, oh yeah. I mean, who wouldn't love to have that? I will say, now if you are price averse to le Cornue, which it's definitely an investment, but you could also look at some other brands like Hallman, Ilva. I have the Smeg. I will say that the Smeg is a little finicky, but these definitely give you a little bit more of that kind of like the little knob kind of look. It's got kind of like an old school look to it. There's definitely alternatives, but if you want the ultimate, just slap that le Cornue down on your dream wish list, right? And design the whole kitchen around it. Now, you'll have to decide what color, which is very interesting because right now we're seeing cabinet colors actually going more white, which is really interesting because everyone is saying all white kitchens are out. And I think they actually are going out. But we're seeing where people are using things like the range can go blue in an all-white kitchen, and now it's not an all-white kitchen anymore, is it? Mind blown, right? Okay, so when you think about your le Cornue, think about which color you're gonna want. Are you gonna want stainless? Are you gonna want white? Are you gonna want blue? It comes in lots of different colors. You could have a lot of fun with it. What's gonna go best with your kitchen? Well, like I said, white cabinets are definitely eternal, right? An all white kitchen is what really seems to be going out the most. And interestingly enough, we're actually seeing a lot of like pastel colors really coming into the kitchen at the moment. They're really just, people just love colored cabinets. Now, if you're wanting something that's everlasting, I think that the colors are definitely trendier than going for a white cabinet. And if you go for a white cabinet, you do not want to go for a really stark white. That's what's really trending out, is an all white, very stark white kitchen. So what should you do if you're going to be putting new cabinets in? You can still go for a light countertop. Most people still seem to like a light countertop with a light cabinet, but you can also paint the backs of those glass front cabinets, have a little pop of color back there, right? I know we said pop of color, which I know we tend to avoid, but sometimes you do just need something that breaks up all the white, especially if we're putting up white cabinets on the top again as well. You're gonna have a lot of white cabinets going on, and if you did a white backsplash and a white countertop, we're starting to get really close to all white. So how do we avoid that sterile feeling? Think about adding some wallpaper in, maybe in some shades of blue. You could go for some greens. Think about your accessories. You could have a vase full of flowers with more color in them. You could have a beautiful bowl, a vessel, and more color. You can add in color. And if you like neutrals, I tend to work a lot with neutrals myself. You can just add in creams and beiges and taupes and charcoals into the bowls and all the little things that you add in. And also don't forget, you've got your hardware, you've got your bar stools. Let's get into some of those things. So we're doing white kitchens and we're supposed to not make them bland, but now we've taken out the statement hoods in so many of the kitchens. Where is the statement going to? It's going to the island. So many people are going for more of a statement island. I think that it's so much fun. I don't have room for an island in my own kitchen, so I'm a little bit bummed on this one. I'm like, oh, I would love to do that. We're seeing less and less of the waterfall style, and instead what people are doing is that they're having a lot of fun. They're doing some slats, they're doing fluting in wood, they're doing marble all the way around. That's amazing. I love cabinetry all the way around as well, because then you have extra storage. You can really have a lot of fun. You could go for a different material, maybe a nice wood tone rather than matching the white. And people are always like, oh, 2 tones in a kitchen, is it going out? Guys, I kind of feel like people kind of do all of it. If I'm being really honest, I see people doing black cabinets on the bottom and white on the top. They do a different color on the island. And then some people just make it all match. I really think that you can kind of do what you want on these. I don't think that there's anything that's just like an atrocity. Other than maybe like avocado green on the cabinets. I personally wouldn't do that, right? Going for something that's super polarizing like that. But are you really going to do something that polarizing? Let me know how you feel. Because I feel like we're like nitpicking on things that don't really matter, and we should just have fun with it. But let me know what you think. If waterfalls are catastrophically out of style, or if there's something that we might do in the kitchen that would be totally out, let me know what you guys think. So let's chat about some more of these fixins that go into the kitchen, shall we? So these are the finishes, it's the finishing touches. So next up, we're going for more classic lighting. Rather than going for bold statements that are really in your face, we're going for something that's a little bit more subdued. And it's just something a little bit more calming, and you really just kind of see through it. That is what we're seeing in so many of the kitchen designs right now. People seem to be, I don't know if people are just tired of trying to keep up with these trends, and it is very frustrating. If you jumped on a trend and then like a year later, you're already thinking about switching something out, I think a lot of us are getting really annoyed with it. And we're just kind of tired of that. And so instead of doing really bold statements for lighting, people are actually going for something a little bit more simple, a little bit more timeless, some beautiful white shades, maybe with some gorgeous like brass detailing on them. You can do, something that's linear or pendants in there, but either way, I would definitely consider going for something that's a little bit more visually silent rather than something that's just screaming in your face. It's like, here's my lighting, whoa, right? You may not need something that involved there. You may just want to like tone it back just a little bit and go for something really classic and timeless. And that way you won't feel like you have to switch it out every 6 months when you've been on TikTok and now it's like, great, now we're doing something else. Now, the next question that you guys always want to know, there's a few questions we got to tick off. The next one is hardware. What is the most popular thing going on with hardware right now? Whoa, wait for it. Nickel and brass. Actually, those together. So people are like, I'm gonna have my cake and eat it too. Stop telling me I have to pick one. What is the most in thing that's trending right now? Well, I have to tell you, you really can pick anything. Right now, it's like everything is selling off the shelves, right? Like there is really nothing that someone isn't enjoying. And we're kind of in like a free-for-all with styles. It's like everyone's like, I'm gonna do whatever I want. There's someone on the internet who will share my style, right? Like in the old days, if it wasn't in a magazine and you didn't know someone, you kind of thought maybe you were the only one wanting that style. And nowadays, you just hop online and you will find someone who wants it, right? Like, and while we're talking about white cabinets, there's a whole slew of people who are going for really dark cabinets. So There's always someone who's gonna want pretty much anything, but if you're looking for something that really has that timeless, classic feeling, you really just can't go wrong with nickel and brass. They are endlessly in style, and going for a classic finish. Again, we're starting to just go for something that isn't quite so in your face. That way you don't tire of it. Now, I do like a little bit of knurling on there. I do like a little bit of detail. Don't think you have to be boring. Nobody wants to be boring. I mean, that's not any fun, right? You can definitely go for something like, oh, they've got some with like horn, and they've got some with like alabaster, and you can have fun with your hardware. Your faucets are another part of the hardware, and sinks are right there with it. We're going towards things that are a little bit more timeless and classic. People are just tired of trendy things, and they're really starting to err on the side of something really timeless and classic. So go for a great gooseneck. Go for something you really like that has like that just simple and timeless, clean line look to it. You can go for brass or you can go for nickel, and I think you're gonna absolutely love it. So right now, inset cabinets are really what everyone is doing. Very few people are doing anything else. Inset as in it's flat and the cabinet fits inside of the trim work, okay? So it's sitting into the actual trim rather than sitting on top of it, which is what a lot of us had in the 90s and previous years. So it's a little bit different. If you have those where the cabinet is sitting right on top, on the front, it's not the end of the world, guys. And if you want to paint them out and do white or maybe one of those colors that's really in, it'll give you an updated feel. You don't have to rip out your kitchen if it's still working for you. And if you don't have the budget, right, to start all over, that is totally fine. What we're talking about is really for people who are thinking about replacing their cabinet so they know what is in style. So if you're one of those people, you may want to think about doing the inset cabinet. You may also want to think about avoiding the shaker cabinet, not because it's awful, but because people just have gotten a little bit tired of it. And so they're starting to do something with a little bit more embellishment. Think about a beading or a bevel, think about a mitered inset, or just taking them up just a little. But either way, we're definitely doing a recessed panel. And so you're thinking about that shaker style, which is a little extra something attached to it. And I think that it is absolutely gorgeous, and I am freaking out. And I'm like, can we just rip out the kitchen? I want to design another one. I am one of those people that is a slow processor, especially on like the big ticket items. You know, you really want to really invest your money wisely. So you've seen a ton of inspiration on this video. If you're looking for more inspiration, hop over to my Pinterest, because I always save these ideas over on my Pinterest so you can see lots of inspo, lots of ideas. Make sure you hit subscribe, because I'm sure these videos always, they seem to present more questions a lot of times than answers, right? And so whatever video you're hoping that we come out with, make sure you write it down in the comments, and don't forget to be a subscriber so then you'll actually get to see it when it comes out. But yeah, the algorithm on YouTube's a little weird right now, and if you don't hit subscribe, you may not get us into your suggested, which is always a little bit weird because you watched the whole video. Wouldn't it be logical that you'd want to see another one? I don't make the rules, so just make sure you hit subscribe. But either way, I hope you'll check out all of our playlists as well, and check out the trends videos. We've got tons of kitchen renovations that we've done as well. So I hope you'll check all that out, and I hope that I will get to hear from you down in the comments, because I love hearing what you guys have to say and what you're into. And if you agree or disagree with me, that is the fun of this channel. I literally eat, sleep, and breathe this, and so I love getting to chat with you about it. But I'm gonna let you guys go for now, and I will see you guys in the next one. Until then, cheers and bye for now.